Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button and get that bell notification on so you don't miss out on the next episode of Brockton County, an Ontario themed city. And make sure to hit the like button. The like button helps the channel too. And follow me on Instagram. I post there every day. You can always find some cool updates about the channel and the ongoings of the series. So if you're on Instagram, follow me there. I'm also on Twitter, but honestly I don't post too much there, but I probably should. So in today's video, we are heading back downtown after spending a lot of time out in Strathcona, our lumber town. There's a couple things I want to show you, and there's a couple things I want to add into the map before we begin today's episode, which is going to be some work on some roads downtown and maybe start some different expansions. So, and there's the interchange we're going to look at editing. So let's hop out of this. And here we are, back in our lumber town. So I've run the game with spawning disabled. I'm not going to do that right now because actually, you know what? Why not? I'll show you why in a second. But there was just a bit too much traffic running through this intersection. So what I did was from last episode, all I pretty much did was I added a road in right here, which I didn't have to destroy anything for. I also moved one of these sawmills off of here and put it onto this road. And I added some more industry all throughout. If we just look at that, just to kind of spice it up a little bit, add in some different elements, and I also changed up some of these streets to make them one-ways, so that traffic flows a bit better, and it actually works now. So if you left a comment in the last episode about maybe potential traffic issues, they've been pretty much solved. So I'm really happy with how this has turned out. This is just a jam up because I've changed a bunch of buses here recently as well. So these buses will all have to change up. And actually, I need to bring this one down now that I made some changes to it, which I can show you later. All right, so by doing all of this, it's really limited traffic flowing through here. And now all traffic flowing out of here is incoming traffic into this area or basic traffic from the city. We can always add in a second interchange over here if traffic gets too bad, because we got tons of space over here for just a basic diamond interchange, or there's also a highway over here that we can attach into once we connect in our little teeny residential communities all throughout here, which is not going to be in today's episode. It's probably not going to be for at least another week. And then we also have all this stuff over here that we need to work on, but I've spent too much time out here with the lumber mill and everything, and I feel like we should head back over to the city. And yeah, this diamond interchange is also working pretty good. There's one thing I want to do here, and that's with the node controller. I just want to square it off first, and then I just want to give these trucks just a touch more room to get their turn in. But other than that, it's flowing pretty good. But if we head along the 401, there's a ton of traffic, and I mean all this traffic's backed up because they want to switch lanes and everything through here, and it's just a mess. So you notice they're all in the left lane too, so a bit interesting there. But you notice on this side over here, it's really backing up through here, and then it's also really backing up through here. So if I were to let this run for a bit longer, this backs up all the way up to this next interchange. So the issue here is caused by just the amount of traffic here, and I should probably put a yield sign on here, but I think I messed up last time I did that. Which one is it? They're so darn close together. Oh, can I just do one? Oh, come on. That's okay. We'll just let them all go. It's just flow from the traffic, and it picks up. So, it all works out. I've changed some of these lanes so that I forced them to choose their lane a bit earlier. I've also added a potential left over here, but only traffic turning left that's going straight, because a lot of traffic decides to turn left and then go back around. So anyways, that's not really an issue. This is the issue. There's some merging going on across this diamond interchange. It slows up, and then it just really just backlogs into here. So we're going to do a small change through here, but I don't really like playing with, at least on this map. Maybe I'll do it in our next one because this is like a slight realism series. So I'm going to turn spawning. I'm going to disable despawning. Disable spawning. Despawning disabled. There we go. Or enabled. Holy cow. And then over here, what I want to do is I just want to add in a cemetery. And then there's a church asset that I want to just add in, which goes perfectly over top of this. You turn Anarchy on, and it just kind of gives it a bit more of a central vibe. Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, so that's going to really help out with death care in this area. Oftentimes I see the symbols of death care over here, so just wanted to get some more over this way. And then, yeah, so let's talk about today's episode. Let's go into this mode really quickly. Oh, this one. We're going to change this up a little bit. It is pretty tight to our major cloverleaf, but that's fine. And we're going to do some minor tweaks throughout here. This university build really turned out pretty nice. I like it. And then we're going to look at just this section today. And then while we're talking about this section, I forgot to show you guys, because sometimes I record I have some time in between my recordings, and I kind of forget what I do off camera. But after our Friday episode last week, when we did some downtown rejuvenation, I just kind of spent some time just playing around just with surface painter and stuff like that. And I decorated this area, and I think it turned out pretty nicely. Pretty cool. And then I also just extended some residential right along the tracks to about here. Not very far, but just playing around with the surface painter, really. And yeah, I think this whole area turned out rather nicely. And because of all this residential push we've been doing lately, we're almost at Metropolis. So I think if we have time today, we might get there. Like if we just get some residential through here, we might be able to do it. I'm saving this spot for something. And yeah, okay, so let's start today's episode off with this area over here. So you notice how all these cars are turning left. And if we hop out into here, I'm going to pause the game really quickly. Go into this. I'm going to click this. Let's turn off pedestrians, even though it's probably not going to be an issue. Pedestrians, cyclists, public transit, city services. So we see all these people coming from the 401, and they're all coming from out of bounds, really, or from Strathcona, apparently. And, you know, a lot of them are going this way, but really not a lot. A lot of them are turning left here and going into the city this way, going everywhere, right? So how should we change a very basic large diamond interchange into a more functional interchange? Well, to me, the first step would be to make it a partial clover on this side. So that's what we're going to do, similar to what we did last episode. So in order to do that, what we'll do here is this one's going to be just a dedicated right. So what we'll do is we'll start off by changing this up. Whoa. We'll upgrade this. I realized we lost that fence there. That's okay. And then we're just going to change this up a little bit so that it looks a bit more like a slip lane to the right. And we'll do all the lane stuff later. But right here, I need to rejig some things. Let's actually just remove this fence because it's just going to mess with me. Alright, remove that fence. Ooh, there we go. Deleted that. That's okay. Should probably just delete that too then. And then right here, let's back it up one more. And then what we'll do is we'll take a 2-lane highway. I'm going to turn snapping off. And we'll take that 2-lane to about here. And you know what, we might as well just make this. This is all fence. This isn't sound barrier. Okay, well, that's something we can look at changing afterwards. But let's grab our off-ramp here. Let's turn snapping back on. Let's go to freeform here. And I'm just going to connect up like that. All right, and then we're going to connect up over here. Ooh, actually, let's delete this connection first. Sorry, not delete. Let's edit the connection first. How about that? Let's maybe move this node over a bit. All right, and let's get this a bit tighter to these houses, unfortunately, for the people living here. And then right here, let's change it up to an asymmetrical highway with sound barrier. Oh, we're gonna lose a house. That's okay. And we'll do one more. Actually, no, and then we'll go down to... no, I think that'll be fine. Especially if we can get this connection in over here. There we go, and if I just flip it around. And then we need to really work on this. So we might need to raise this this up a little bit. Just gonna resend the game really quickly, so get rid of these cars. Okay, there we go. And you know, this is pretty tight, you know, but maybe we just say no trucks go through here. We won't actually say that, but and for the game we will. And then this is a slip lane, so it can be a bit tighter. And whoa, losing control of my mouse. Let's try to just grab this node here, bring it forward, and we should probably lower it. How about that? That probably would help, right? And we'll lower this one too. And this one we will also lower a touch. And you know what? This doesn't need to be 2 lanes. I don't know what I was thinking, because this is just a dedicated right-hand turn. Like, so now those cars are going that way. So let's just switch that over to this. Yeah, okay. And then this needs to be a sound barrier. There we go. This can be a sound barrier, and we'll do the rest later on. Alright, so pretty much what we've done is we have given the opportunity for cars to not turn left through this intersection. The reason why it's this intersection that's causing so much problem is because these are some pretty main streets running through the city, especially over here and here. So it's causing a backup right here, and having a traffic light here just doesn't make sense if we have a traffic light over here, especially with this being a tram road. So by doing this, what we've done, whoops, what we've done is we have eliminated all left turns through here. Alright, and then if we just use some line painter, or I forget what it's called. Holy cow, my brain is just not working. Intersection marking tool. This way we can kind of tell where these cars are going. So I'm just gonna hold Alt down. We go through here, and that's good enough for me. And then looks like we need to do just some small ones here. Just holding Shift down. Oops. Once I click it, hold Shift, and it gives the line. If you don't hold Shift, it'll give a dashed line. So theoretically we could do that here too. But I will just get the main ones in, just to kind of give a better look to the area. And now since there's no left-hand turns, although there is right here, but we could also just eliminate that altogether, but that's not the point. We would like some left-hand turns through here. But yeah, you kind of see how it's coming together. Although there probably shouldn't be these lines here if we're turning left. Silly me. Yeah, so this is the left-hand turn, so dedicated, and then these cars will go into these lanes, and then, yeah. All right, so let's hop out of here and let's do some lane mathematics really quickly, or some of this. So I lock them in over here, and then we have their change over here. So if they were to stay in this lane, they can then go down. They can't go up, so they can switch lanes here actually too, and here. So there's tons of space for them to change up. They don't really need like to change towards the middle. They don't really, yeah, they're good. They're good. We'll just make them choose that lane particularly, and then whoops, these guys go here, and then these guys will have to share that merging. But if we want to go in the left lane, they can. And then this guy will go over here, and this guy will go right there. And I guess we kind of need to give them a full span. unfortunately, if they want to get into those lanes. So we might cause some traffic here. But you know what we could do? We could do some asymmetricalness over on this side. Asymmetricalness. Flip it around like that. And we'll bring it around over. We'll just make them merge. We'll cause issues for the drivers, but for the game, it might actually work. Okay, so now we need to go back into intersection marking tool and hold shift, hold shift, hold shift, and then I'll make these guys have to merge in. So I didn't hold shift there. All right, so now let's go back into TMPE here. We'll grab this one, and then this guy will have to go here, and then this guy will go here. So that way, if they're both turning at the same time, there might not be any issues. So we might need a traffic light through here, we might not. So we shall see. Oh, and then this guy I missed. We shall see. So pretty much just by adding in that connection, it might do its job. There's not a ton of traffic coming over here. What we could do is we could do the exact same thing on the other side. So why don't we preemptively do that so we don't cause any issues for the amount of traffic flowing through here. So we'll do the same thing as before. So we're going to grab our 1 unit road, or our 1 lane road. We're just going to go into freeform here. And then we're going to connect up. All right. Let's actually just grab this really quickly. All right, this is a bit tighter than the other one. And then since this is going to be a slip lane again, we can readjust. I'm just going to hold, oh, not hold alt, never mind. All right, let's grab this. Actually, we need to grab the one with sound barriers now. And we'll just make them, there's not a ton of traffic that comes through here, so what we'll do is we'll just make them decide their lanes right here. We'll have a deadly accident here probably, but yeah, that's not exactly safe. But you know what, I think it'll work for our situation and it being a video game. So that's the difficulty with this game. Like, I want to make it uber realistic, but then also it's like, it's a video game. These drivers are AI. And then this needs to be here, so we'll back that up a little bit. I'll try to give them a bit more space. Okay, well, let's grab the node controller here, and let's just back this up, and we'll try to stretch this out a little bit more. All right. So this side needs to be lowered. And then upgraded into the same thing as before. So we're going to use this one, we're going to upgrade that, and then we're going to go into an asymmetrical road right here, flip it around. All right, and then since this is the school, there's no worry about things despawning, so that's good. Just gonna try to shift this down a little bit. Yeah, this definitely needs to be raised up. This is a light. Interesting. Okay, so we might need to rethink that a little bit. Okay. And this tree is in the way. And so are these brushes. Alright, so let's now try to just make this look a bit nicer. And we're going to need to delete this fence. And I'll just take this whole fence out and let's upgrade this. Oops, lost the rock. That's okay, we didn't need that rock anyways. Let's move this over, and then let's grab the node controller. Just square it. Perfect. And then the intersection marking tool. So hold shift, hold shift, hold shift, click, hold shift, click, hold shift, hold alt, click, click, There you go. And then let's go over here, and we'll do something similar to what we did on the other side. Don't hold shift. There you go. Alright, so this is definitely the first step, because we're not really taking out any buildings for this. If we need to redo this intersection again, there would be a good opportunity to take a lot of infrastructure out in order to do this. So we'll see if that is needed, and if it is, then we'll have to do it then, but if not... Alright, so these guys are going this way. These guys are going here. And these guys are now turning left. And going straight. Alright, and then these guys are going into this one. Right, that's it. And then they can go up. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so let's just do this in a couple more places, just to make sure that everyone knows where they're going. And here too. And then right here as well. Alright, so that is changing a diamond interchange into a partial clover, like a funky partial clover, but you know, it kind of works for this situation. What the heck is this? Oh, it's a truck. And let's take a look at this. So we have them going through the intersection. These guys can't go through the intersection. We have a light on here. So what we can do is we can make a time traffic light. So let's do this. Let's set up a time traffic light. I'm going to pause the game here. These guys are going to be, add step, green light at all times, going through. These guys, we need to change the mode here. So we're going to set it up as if it is not the advanced left at first. So that means this one would also be able to go green, and these guys can go green as well, because this is the only one crossing over traffic. Alright, so I'm just going to set it up at a random interval of 6 and 8. Why those numbers? Well, trial and error. Okay, then we're going to add a step, which is going to be the left-hand turn, and we're going to stop these guys from going, and we'll let everyone just keep flowing this way. Alright, and then we'll just add that. We're going to start it, and we're going to kind of let it sim for a little bit, and we're going to see if this causes any issues. Ooh, and then we need to also now eliminate this go through. Whoops. Whoops. Let's be a bit more careful, Steven. Okay, so these guys can always turn right, but they're choosing not to, because I need to give them the ability. These guys can also just keep going right. Alright, so let's hop back into this look, and we'll see kind of how it goes. We're in 3-speed now, so here you go, here's the red light, and now it's green for straight through, but traffic is full, so these cars aren't going through. So unless we make these people stop as well, when right now, because these guys need to go through, and let's see if this car blocks anyone. Oh, we just kind of merged in. Let's turn despawning off while we're doing this. Yeah, because we're causing a bit of a backup over here. So this backup is caused by this light. So why don't we try going without a light on this one? So we'll take out the traffic light, and what we'll do is we'll just put... we don't really even need a yield. Let's make everyone go through. But you know what we don't need here is a crosswalk. Alright, and then this is a traffic light. Why does this need to be a traffic light, Steven? We'll just make this, whoops, a yield over here. And then this is a traffic light because there's a ton of left traffic through here, but there really isn't anymore, so let's do that. And then we get into one of our most interesting intersections. which we're not going to touch today. So yeah, you know, it's kind of working. Yeah, we might need to make these people stop. Or what we do is we add some lanes. Why don't we try doing that? So what we'll do here is we'll just make this whole thing 6 lanes. Okay, let's upgrade this. Okay, which means we're gonna need to come back over and do this again. This guy's gonna come in here. This guy's gonna go straight. Why does this look funny? Is there 2 roads here? Oh, no. Okay. Traffic. There we go. Ah. This one is wrong. Let's delete this. Whoops. Okay, that guy's gonna go there. This guy's here. 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 And here. This is a dedicated left now. We're gonna go straight like this. That's not gonna cause anything to back up. And then good. And we're gonna go back over this way. And whoops. Let's just click this. We'll delete it. Now what we could do. What the heck? Is make this a straight and a right. And then with this then, we'll just say that if you're coming up here, you can't turn left on here. You need to turn left over here. So we'll just make them do that. This guy's going here. This guy's going here. Oh wait, sorry. Ah, darn. We'll just have to redo that. That's fine. And then, I mean, this isn't really the traffic part of it. Right there. This guy's going here. This guy's going here. They're going there, so there shouldn't even be any crossover. And we're not going to worry about this interchange today. Alright, so let's let the sim run a little bit. So many people are choosing this lane over this lane. I wonder. This is 80. Okay, that's fine. So they're changing because these guys need to get over and turn right, apparently. So that's fine. But I would love it if more cars didn't have to do all this lane switching. Even if we take off, make this a one-way, they would still need to go all the way around to get in, which would make them stay in that right lane. I don't know, it seems like it's declogging now. It's just cars are needing to kind of choose what to do, and more cars are going to this left lane now, and they're switching over here, which is just causing a bit of a backup on the on-ramp. Alright, let's just add some lane graphics here. Whoops, didn't hold shift down on that one. That's fine because it's just about to be covered up. We're just gonna hold alt down. And there we go. Can't even tell that I messed up. Alright, so those guys have their dedicated turn. And yeah, there's just some lane changing going on over the bridge, which I'm not a fan of, but it's got to happen sometime, right? Let's try locking in this node and this one and this one. Let's just see what happens if we kind of let this go. I'm gonna clear the traffic really quickly and then turn it back off. And this way we shall see. Alright, well, you know what, we'll just come back to it because we spent 30 minutes on this. Let's do a couple other things. One thing is right here, what we need to do is we need to give this an extra lane so that cars can choose a bit earlier which one they're going to go into. Oftentimes, it's not backing up right now, but it often does. So I want to back it up and make this 3 lanes just temporarily. So we'll go 3 lane, grass road. We'll see if this messes anything up. I hope it doesn't. Just right here. And then what we'll do is we'll just give them their lanes like that. And then right here, I just want to make sure that they stay in this lane. Whoops. Darn. Let's delete that. We'll just do that. But this guy, I want the option to go around. Okay, so let's just, whoops, one more time. There we go. So right here, I'm actually not giving this guy the option to move down. So I think we need to do is give this person the opportunity to go into all 3, unfortunately. And then this person the opportunity to go up. Yeah, because this person, if they're going right, they can choose right here. They can choose right here if they want to stay in the right lane. This person in the middle will stay here in the middle, and then they have an opportunity to go into the left lane. This person can just choose which lane they want to go into. There we go. Yeah, it's working. Okay. And we lost a building though, unfortunately. Because this building has zoning on, and we removed zoning from this. Whoops, didn't mean to click that. This is what I was looking for. Alright, so we just need to re-add this office zoning and then delete whatever building's coming up. And then hopefully we get what we're looking for right through there. And yeah, tons of traffic through here. This guy's just waiting. I wonder why. They're going straight through. So this is a straight and a right. I think we might need a time traffic light through here. Yeah, now we're getting some clogging up right through here. And that is kind of expected because of the amount of traffic. So we're good right here. These people feel like they can go from the left lane to the right lane. So that's not what I want to happen. So what's going to happen here then is we're going to say this lane can switch down. This lane can switch up. This lane has to stay through. So now what's going to happen is cars that are turning left are already going to be in this middle lane. Yeah, there we go. And then this is just clogging up a little bit. Let's try to force these people to just turn right here. And whoopsies, messed this one up. Because this is quite annoying. So these people can switch down, these people can switch up. Okay, we'll make this a dedicated. And we'll see if this helps. And then right here they can switch still, if need be. This isn't a light or anything. Probably should be though, but you know what? I think we might be able to just kind of say these people can just go through, and then these people can just go through. Alright, yeah, it's kind of clearing up. We still have despawning on, right? Yeah, okay. It's working. It's just not the most efficient interchange for the region, but I think it's the first step that we need to do. So we shall leave it for now. And then what we need to do here is we need to upgrade the entire highway with 3 lanes for sure. Alright, I'm going to turn collision off for this. Whoa. just gonna bring this right through to here, and then I'm just gonna come back and fix this because obviously we made the highway bigger and we only had a tight spot to do that. So pretty much we're just going to squeeze in that extra lane, and this is probably going to be all the extra lanes we can fit through here. So if there was to be any further expansions, running a whole city off of one highway is sure a daunting task. So I think, whoops, wrong thing to do. So if we were to try to improve traffic beyond this highway, we would definitely need to look and think about getting a different highway through here. So I'm just going to back up the 3 lanes a bit farther. And we'll kind of just make them switch over here, I guess. Alright, I'm just going to move this outside one because I don't want to mess up with the town. There we go, and then we'll use the node controller, and we're just going to square off the node, and pretty much what that does is it just kind of allows cars to have a bit of a better changeover. Alright. So these guys are all clogging up because it's the only darn highway through the city. And let's just make sure that they know that that is locked in. And yeah, since we have had despawning up for a little while, look at this. Traffic flows great through here. Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, so let's hop back over. We'll swing by over here. We'll look at this gnarly traffic. I mean, honestly, this is very realistic. Go look at any day on the 401. It's worse than this. So, yeah, we're clogging up through here. Ah, that's causing some issues. And there we go. Okay, so I missed that one. And let's make this some squared off a little bit. Squared off. And let's just fix this. Let's actually just remove this node. There we go. Really confused this motorcyclist. You can go, buddy. Confuse this guy too. Oh, there we go. Okay. And these people are switching lanes because they realize they're in the wrong lane. That's okay, as long as the off-ramp isn't kind of closed off. And why does that guy need to switch? Oh, because there's an issue there. Alright, and I don't know why these weren't done. I think maybe they just changed because I upgraded the roads or something. We'll see if that... Ooh, this person's really confused now. Alright, so let's go through here. You know, at least there's not any traffic on this side now. And we've caused all the traffic on this side. So if that tells me anything, it tells me that we need a better way into the city from over here. And you know what? I think we might be able to do that if we increase the speed on a couple roads. Because if I encourage them to come off over here, let's try that out a little bit. So we'll raise the speed limit on this street, and then over to here. I mean, this is fast. This isn't realistic, but if we encourage more people to use this road, High Street, then we might be able to take off some of that traffic through here. And look, this was already 80. Okay. Yeah, we might need to do some major changes to this this road. And you know what? I think it's really this intersection that's really causing a lot of the issues. So why don't we try to run a time traffic light through here, and we'll see if we can get this to work properly. Okay, so again, I'm not good with time traffic lights. I've literally played around with it like twice, so Alright, so we'll add a change there, and then on this side, that's the tram. Or is this the tram? We'll give dedicated lanes. On each one. Okay, so then we'll start off with an advanced left. And we'll leave it at that. Okay, add. And then we're gonna add another step. And then the advanced left is gonna go off. And then this one's gonna go on. All right, add. And these ones are gonna go off, and then we're gonna go advanced left. Oh, that step. And these ones are gonna go off. Add step, and then these guys are gonna go. And the trams too, if that is the tram one. All right, and let's just add this, and then we'll increase it if we need to. Okay, so let's run the show. Let's just kind of take a watch at it for a little bit. So here we go. The advanced left is over. Now it's the straight through. Okay, that's over. That needs to run for longer for sure. Advance left. Straight through. Advance left. Let's take a bigger look at this. All right, straight through. Seems like they're hesitant to go through the intersection. So I think let's stop it for now. I'm gonna pause the game while we're doing this. Let's edit this step. Yeah, let's make this longer. So we're gonna go 10 and 12. We're gonna save. And then I think it would be this one as well we need to edit. So what I'll do is I'll make this 8 and 10. I'm just gonna keep using round numbers, even numbers, that's what it is. All right, play the game. And I know that, like, I've watched a couple of tutorial videos on how to do this, and I think I'm kind of doing it right, but you can let me know in the comments down below. All right, straight through. Okay, you know what? I'll keep it running, but this will not be yield. We won't have any yields through here. We'll just kind of try to force them to go as fast as they can through here. And then let's open this up again. All right, that was straight through. Advanced left. The advanced left is really only needed for this side. And then straight through. They're very hesitant to go. They had tons of space to change lanes after, so I think what we need to do is just do this. Just so that they know that no one can kind of, whoops. And I guess I'll say this guy can go over here too. Alright, and for some reason, it's all messed up. They're doing, oh, that guy's confused, that's why. Alright, so we're on the advanced left, there we go, and then straight through. I was really worried about the trams, but the trams don't seem to come that often. So that is kind of good news. This is what I'm most worried about, is the backup through here. So if we manage to clear this properly, then we're good. I wonder why they're so hesitant. Is it a speed limit thing on here? Ah, it's 30 over here. I wonder if we increase it to like 50, if that changes. And maybe 50 here too, just so they already kind of go in that speed. Sorry, this is kind of like a learn to do a time traffic light together. Yeah, that seemed to be helping a little bit. But I still think we need to run. Let's stop it, pause the game. So I think it was 2. Yeah, I think we need to run this for even longer. Okay, start. Reset the game. Advance left. There we go. Those cars easily clear. And probably actually lower that. These guys have a lot of time to go through. Let's see. Come on. Is there like a node issue there? No, shouldn't be. I wonder what happens if I just say to them that they can go through. Okay, advance left. Oh, that's a lot better. Let's see though if it turns red. There we go, red light. Nice, so they still stop. Alright, so I think this actually is going to work now. We have a lot of backup still, but it seems to be clearing a bit better. Let's stop it really quickly, and then we'll just edit these. What I'll do is I'll put them down to 6 and 4, the advanced lefts, and that would be this one. Yeah. All right. So we just re-skipped that step. So there we go, advance left, and straight through. Yeah, it kind of clears like a whole row of this, so I think it'll just take some time. But kind of running out of time for today's episode, and all we've really done is kind of edit this intersection, and traffic is backing up still, but I wonder if that is because of lane switching. That's okay. Let's get back on upgrading the roads. So this is lane mathematics, back up to 3 here. Lane math, 3, lane, and then we're 3 all the way through here. We're in an intersection right here, so that's fine. And then we're back to 3 all the way through here. And now let's just upgrade this all the way. I'm gonna need to come back and fix this all. I'll do it off camera because it's gonna take a little while. Whoa. We're gonna upgrade this 3-lane all the way. Holy cow, look at all this glitching. All the way up to this next interchange, which is pretty far away. And pretty much this is just a big step towards expansion over onto our new side. So pretty much what I'm gonna do here, just so I can kind of show you, is just scooching one of these things down a little bit, pretty much just until the glitching stops. And there's gonna be so much development over here in the future that I'm not too worried if things are a bit off, because we're just going to do this again as we tweak intersections and stuff like that, right? So just scooch this. It looks like I'm doing it on camera, guys. Whoa, look at that guy. I wonder if I just hold Alt, if it'll do it. All right. And this is where we're going to have a future interchange, which we planned out a couple weeks ago. So also, by letting the traffic kind of go for a little while, we can kind of see if that light has kind of worked. So I guess it's not a bad thing that we're doing this at all. Oh, look at that. I didn't even realize. I haven't been putting it over far enough. Alright, I'm gonna do this off camera, guys. taking a bit too long. Let's go back over. Running out of flour. That's interesting. Okay, so I mean, that means that there's a crop issue. Yeah, look at that, it's clearing. Because before it was backed up all the way into the highway, so. Just taking some time, I guess. I'm surprised that more cars are just using this lane though. Oh, I guess because they're all turning right. They're stuck. Okay, so maybe what I can do here is I can give this one as a lane up. I'll do the same thing for both, and then we'll do a lane down over here. We'll see if that helps at all, but look at that, it's clearing. So let's see if we're causing any issues on this road. We're not. So it looks like we solved pretty much our traffic problems by upgrading this highway, or this highway interchange, yeah, and putting in a timed traffic light. So I think that's where we will end today's episode, folks. Let's get, should we do the interchange as the screenshot? Sure. Oh, what happened? Oh, that was the academic year. Okay, I thought it was something else. So this will be like, I don't even know the title of this video. Upgrading your interchanges to improve traffic, or something like that. So hope you have a great rest of your day, everyone. Talk to you soon. Peace out.